What's poppin', people? It's Dante. Today I'm walking around Philadelphia, my hometown here in the beautiful birthplace of America. Check out the big Comcast tower. There's two of them. So yeah, today I'm just thinking, walking, and yeah, it's quite cold today, right? But to embrace the elements seems to be wise. It said that there's a chance of flurries and some sort of like rain later on today. It's gray, it's doom and gloom, but to be naive and to be optimistic, I believe, is necessary in these winter months where it's very easy to sequester yourself indoors, to cozy up, to bundle up indoors and sort of just sit by the heater and you know, be inside. But to just embrace the elements, bundle up, right? I've got my hood up. This is a Uniqlo hoodie. I think it's really warm. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep the hood up today because I think actually what keeps you, what makes you cold is when the air touches your like ears and your mouth and like your head more and your face more, maybe. Face mask might be a good idea in the colder months. But yeah, for now this seems to do well. Uniqlo hoodie, Lululemon down vest, and I also have like a long sleeve and a t-shirt. So yeah, the more layers the better. Yeah, so today I am going out for a walk, headed towards City Hall. And one of the things I like to do each day, and I do this because it's just you know, it's just a ritual for me. You know, I like having daily rituals where I sort of walk a similar path each day. And I like to photograph City Hall each day. So to see something every single day and make a new photograph and see it from a new perspective is a good challenge. I think that, you know, oftentimes when it comes to street photography, you can get bored of certain things where, you know, you walk the same lane every single day and it becomes mundane. But to actually see something like here, we have City Hall every single day on your walk and just try to make a new picture, right? I think it's a good practice. You know, you really don't have to go far to make interesting photographs on the street, I believe. And to, I don't know, tie something like this into your daily practice, into your routine, into your walk when you're photographing. Yeah, it seems to be wise. It helps me creatively thrive in my hometown. But yeah, there's really endless ways to explore and to photograph wherever you may be. And so yeah, to see something like this each day and to make a new is a good way to be. To be free, right? The truth sets you free. I had this idea that faith is freedom from fear, right? The more faith you have in yourself and your belief, whether it's spiritual, emotional, right? Mind over matter, right? To sort of change your mind, to be in control of your mind and your mindset is everything. Where just having faith, I think, and sort of following the truth and sort of seeking truth, it sets you free from fear. And fearlessness is something that's been on my mind. I like to treat each day like I'm in my Spartan training, right? To sort of embrace the warrior mindset, to maybe embrace stoicism, where you kind of have to be disconnected from the emotional state of being. I think a lot of the times where you can easily become depressed in this modern world. Actually, during the winter months where there's a lack of sunlight, it's more easy to succumb to the emotional state of being, and it's more easy to become depressed, I think, naturally, because of the physiological connection between you and the sun and the lack thereof. You know, I feel way happier when I'm in the sun. And so she's strong. And so yeah, she just fell over on her little scooter, but she was like, no, I'm gonna get up. And that's toughness, right? Toughness is important. I think just the idea of falling down, getting back up. Today, thinking of Sisyphus in Greek mythology, sort of pushing his boulder uphill, sort of mindless toil and labor. And this guy's always preaching here. I talked to him one time, I forget his name. But to not be distracted, right? To throw the iPhone away. If you wake up and you get a text or something, I think it's like the ultimate distraction. It's like, just stick to the mission, right? Like, focus on the things that you desire. I feel like when you're distracted and you're sort of, I don't know, like mindlessly sort of connected, it's actually terrible. It's so bad. I think actually to be disconnected, it's the new luxury, right? To be offline, to not be in constant communication via text, phone calls, emails, etc. It's the new modern day flex. Like, can you survive without checking your email or your phone? I mean, I don't know. It's a fun thought. I really do think that the more we advance forward with technology, the more we're going to want to return to the analog. You know, I think that's why we have a lot of people still that photograph using film. You know, there's certainly an appeal to the Leica M system, the simplicity of the design. And I kind of understand why in these modern times that seems to be a trend or something that people enjoy. Look at the pigeons flying. Yeah, but I believe that all trends are usually, yeah, it's just bad. You know, don't follow any trends, especially in the realm of street photography. You gotta think freely. You have to go beyond and to sort of carve your own path and your own game to play and your own way of doing things, right? There's no such thing as good or bad photographs, right? We must go beyond these basic notions and traditions, where I actually think to throw the tradition away, right? Where you don't need to contribute to this like way of photographing that's been done for decades or a century, and make a new, right? To sort of embrace new ways of doing things. Even with like writing, like what are people writing with either on the keyboard with the mouse and keyboard, which just gives you carpal tunnel, and like staring at a screen is no good. Or even just with like a pen and paper. Like, who's writing with a pen and paper? I mean, I don't really see why you would want that or want to do that anymore, where you can use voice dictation. So like my favorite way to sort of flesh out thoughts is firstly with the GoPro, where the GoPro Mini, there's no distractions, there's no LCD screen, I can't really see anything, it's just like a floating black box. And yeah, you can actually turn off the LEDs and stuff. There's only just one little screen on top, but you can't even see it. And you just put black tape over the logos, hold it out in front of you, and you can speak and use your voice as the new modern way to write. And I believe that's why the voice dictation on the iPad, iPhone is so nice, because you don't even have to type with your fingers. You just click the little microphone on the bottom right of your keyboard, speak directly into it. Also, using ChatGPT is amazing, where you can actually gather any information you want. It's like this all-knowing entity where you can have a conversation back and forth. There's no need for podcasts and videos and things to consume online. You don't need to go to Google. The new Google is to just ChatGPT things. And to have a conversation with the chatbot is actually so nice, where there's no distractions, right? The problem with Google I have is all of the advertisements and things that they throw in your face and all the links you have to click through. What's amazing about AI is it just sifts through everything for you, and you can have this sort of like offline mode of working and thinking, and it's a lot more efficient. And yeah, I think that some of the fears with AI have been, oh, it's going to replace the jobs and things. You know, the fear of it taking over within the art world as well, and creativity. But I think that to embrace the new and to actually classify art as art, where I actually appreciate it, I think it's an interesting way to visualize things, where anything that you have in your mind, any creative idea or thing you want to design, is possible through the use of this application on your phone, on your iPad, and it just opens up more opportunity. Considering a lot of the photographs and things that are on display, right? A lot of photographs that are used for model display of clothing and things, it's not going to be necessary, because we can actually generate these images and put the clothes on a model. You can do anything you want now with the power of AI. And I think it's just going to simplify things and allow us to be more creative and thrive more, actually. I think that the addition of AI into the workflow is a good thing. Especially when it comes to like generating images, understanding history, learning about the meaning and etymology of words, anything really. These displays are forever novel, however, because they're, you know, popping and 3D and there's moving parts, right? Like this kind of display will forever be interesting, right? Because yeah, it's much more sort of DIY, sort of like handmade. I like the displays during the winter, during the holiday season here. Hey man, what's up, bro? How are you doing today, man?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm great. Good to see you.
Yeah. How you
Yo, it's nice displays out here, right? I like the Wanamaker building during the holiday season because they have such beautiful displays, the light show inside. Yeah, man.
Yeah, nice.
Just enjoying my walk today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little bit cold one, huh?
Yeah, it's cold. I have my hood on today.
Yeah, it's like, you feel that like dampness in the air.
Exactly,
man.
man.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good to see you. I'm great.
Awesome. I'm taking some pictures still?
Yeah, making. It's a GoPro. It's a video.
Oh, okay.
I like to, like when I'm, you know how people journal?
Yeah.
I like to just talk to a camera to flesh out my thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I like to think.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a way for me to get the day started.
That's awesome, man.
Anyways.
Yeah, enjoy your talk.
Cheers.
Or your walk.
Yeah.
Walk and talk,
my walk and talk, yeah.
I'll see you around, all right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Cheers. Kevin, I believe. Yeah, look at the pink display. You know, pink is better. I like brighter. Brighter is better. I like wearing my all purple outfit, my all blue outfit. I like having bright clothing on as much as I like having all black on. But yeah, that guy was a Jehovah's Witness. They're so nice, right? They always chat. I think that they're just doing, you know, no harm. That's what I like about them. They kind of just sit there with their pamphlets and hand them out, and it's not like they're in your face or anything. They kind of just post up and spread love at the end of the day. So I actually like talking with them. You know, a lot of the people on the street are kind of just going to and fro, so it's really hard to have any social interaction in modern cities, as crazy as it seems. Like, look at how dense the city is. Like, there's all these buildings and condos and apartments and people living downtown and going to work. There's malls, there's places to shop, but it's actually impossible to stop and to have a chat. I don't know. I think that any little social interaction that you get throughout the day, especially if you're like a single bachelor or whatever, and just like chatting with like a shop owner or anyone, it's a nice thing because yeah, it's weird. You would think that in the modern world, in the city, you could like sort of have more conversations throughout the day when you're walking around, but it's not really like that at all. You kind of just go, everyone's just kind of like fighting for themselves kind of thing. But I've been thinking, like, maybe it's better to think in terms of like the collective, right? In terms of the city, the state, right? Maybe local, you know, your town, your neighborhood, and you know, like, what can we do as an individual to then benefit the collective? Like, what is the smallest thing that you can do? Smile. Like, to just spread any sense of positive joy or love into the world maybe is the ultimate goal in life, to just spread more joy, where maybe a lot of people are sad or bored, right? And you know, it's just an observation. I think a lot of jobs now are kind of bad because you're sequestered inside, no sun, sitting down, and this becomes a place where, you know, souls go to die, right? We outside, right? I like to be outside in the outdoors where there's limitless opportunity, there's no glass ceiling, there's just the gravity holding you down. But to be seated, to be sedentary, to sort of just mindlessly work away at a computer, or even just considering when you're doing that kind of job, you wind up just like consuming YouTube videos, Netflix, whatever, while you're doing it. And I don't know, I think it's sad, right? And what is sad, right? The standard American diet, isn't that what that means? Sad. I think that the standard American diet is clearly an issue in our country, where actually obesity is a big problem. You know, it's not like anyone's starving on the streets, right? If anything, there's an abundance of food. So I don't know, it's interesting. I kind of been obsessed with physiology, health, fitness this past 1 year, because I think that when you focus on it and you really improve your strength and you're, you know, becoming more each day through walking more and eating the right foods, meat, red meat, yeah, you actually get a sharper mind, cleaner body, and the connection between your mind, body, and soul is so, it's just so fulfilling to actually recognize that connection. And I think that through eating meat and sort of embracing the carnivore diet opposed to the standard American diet, the sad diet, it's no wonder depression is so common, is I don't know, it's just been a wise decision in my life to sort of fast and eat red meat. I don't know. It's like, if there's one other person out there that needs to hear this and to sort of like make a little change, that'll be great. But it's like, you don't have to follow anything I do or say. It's merely something I'm figuring out for myself along the way. Like anything that I say and anything that I do, I want to be in a constant flux and a constant state of change, where, yeah, I think that to be complacent is not good. To sort of, you know, change your opinions and to always be growing is critical to thrive as a collective. And to actually have people challenge your opinions and challenge your way of thinking, where actually it seems like college is where dreams and free thinkers go to die, where they kind of set you up to subscribe to their ideology actually nowadays in these modern universities, right? When I graduated from college, at the end of our graduation ceremony, somebody stood at the podium and said, "Hands up!" And then everyone in the crowd, the parents, the cousins, the families, had to shout back, "Don't shoot!" What are we protesting at the graduation for? It's like, that wasn't called for at all. Like, I was so shocked. Yeah, definitely something's going on in colleges nowadays. So yeah, I'm just outside of the Fashion District Mall now, where I love to come indoors. This is one of my favorite places to walk. No problem. Always hold the door open. Oh, it feels so warm in here. But yeah, this has been coming soon for like years now. When is it coming? What is coming here? Yeah, I really do like walking in the mall. Something about the smell of Auntie Anne's, right? The smell of the sugary cinnamon. What is that? Why does it smell? Like any mall you go into, it has like this like mall smell. It's like what is pheromones? Pheromones? Is that something that like humans have like a scent or something? It's like the mall has its own like, let's see. This is why I love ChatGPT. What are pheromones? Pheromones are chemical substances produced and released into the environment by an animal. So yeah, that's from like humans or animals. Used for communication, alarm signals, food trails, mating cues. Yeah, it seems like the food trail leads to the cinnamon sugary goods in the mall. No, I think it's good to just learn on the go. Like, imagine you're walking around outside and you don't know what something is, or you want to know more about a word you saw or read. You can just go on your phone and just interact with the chat bot instead of going through Google, right? I don't like Google. It's all this like advertisements and there's always some sort of catch. You kind of just sift through the bullshit and get straight to the point with ChatGPT. Black Friday, baby. GameStop. Treat your life like the video game, right? Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3. I mean, this game came out in like 2011 or 2012. Why are they releasing the same game over and over again? I guarantee you they use the same old maps, the same old guns. They just have better graphics and shittier movement. But to actually treat your life like the video game, see all these reminders, this is what distraction is. If you get notifications on your phone, turn it off. Airplane mode, baby. Live in airplane mode, off the grid. How to go off the grid: delete your Instagram and start a WordPress blog, wordpress.org. Host your domain on bluehost.com. Install the Astra theme, and if you want to host your own videos, install Jetpack plugin and use VideoPress. I like using Google Photos to back up my photos and to sort of stream my thoughts, stream my life. Yeah, everything's in one take. I think that blogging is the future, where we want to own our domain and become the king of our domain, right? We don't want to have to sort of go through any external platforms, you know, make a blog. But yeah, how to live, how to be happy. Treat your life like the video game, right? Interact with more people, more NPCs, give you side quests, explore the open world, increase your stats, increase your strength, find better armor, and create your own mythology, create your own story. Look at these models. I mean, these cameras are producing really high-res imagery. I'm wondering, like, I mean, these actually look really beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. Like, these are photographs, obviously. But the thing is, with the ChatGPT, you can genuinely generate the same imagery. But these are beautiful. I just think that there's gonna be new ways to do things. And to embrace them is maybe wise. I don't know. It's just what I think. Like, I think that all this kind of stuff, like this buy one, get one suit guy, whatever, like, you're not going to need to take that picture anymore, which is maybe a good thing, because then we can start making creative photos. Like, these all just seem like stock images. Might as well just be AI. It's my thought. I mean, they're beautiful, but give something beautiful. To give in abundance, to give maybe better than to just take. Everywhere I look, there's like ads for this, like the giving machine, light the world. Look, it's a toiletry kit. You can give like gift cards to things. I don't know. Now I'm getting warm. It's time to go out. It's time to go back outside. This is how Philly does them all. Rumor has it that there's going to be a 76ers arena built here, and I think the problem is the neighbors in Chinatown aren't too happy with it. Who knows what will happen. It actually doesn't feel that cold today. I mean, I still think that having the hood up is the best solution, because when you have the hood down, it does feel a lot colder than it is outdoors. Like, when you have the hood up, it's at least like cozy. It's cozy in the outside. Embrace the elements. Embrace the chaos. The antidote to boredom is chaos. To just be outside is the ultimate privilege in life. Even in the winter, even on the gloomy days, even on the rainy days, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, it really does seem like this is the new lifestyle, to just be a pedestrian. Wow, this was not shattered yesterday. I walked by here yesterday and this wasn't shattered. Wabi sabi. the impermanent nature of things, to explore the imperfections. I think that the wabi-sabi approach to photography, yeah, it could be a good one, because I don't know, it seems like it just opens up more opportunity to photograph mundane things. Man, this is crazy. Maybe they got to use a new material, because these glass bus stops are always shattered and they always have to replace it. Why do they use glass? I guess because you can see through it. I don't know, like maybe there should just be a new material used, or some way to like make the bus stop not. I guess it's good to protect from the elements. That's the thing. Like you need something to like be there in case it's raining or snowing or something. But the glass is obviously not a great solution. It's always being cracked. And so the wabi-sabi approach, it basically it's like a Japanese aesthetic where, you know, the impermanent nature of everything is interesting, whether it's like the wear and tear and the textures on the walls, the sort of foliage and leaves changing colors. Yeah, just generally observing these things. Like check out this text here where it says city, what is this, like for subway maybe or something. Just everything around you actually becomes infinitely intriguing, like even just seeing where the glue was left behind. Yeah, it seems to be. Hey look, you can read about the history of the places that were here. On 8th and Market Street, the clothing store has been located since 1868, right? Like there's so much rich history here in Philadelphia, and some of these structures are just incredible and breathtaking to observe. Mr. Thomas Jefferson, a musician, philosopher, humanitarian, statesman, architect, literature, horticulturalist, and an astronomer, right? Maybe it's better to be multifaceted, to not just pigeonhole yourself, to not box yourself into anything where, you know, I'm not just a photographer anymore, right? I like to consider myself like a visual artist, where we can remix our photos, we can create AI art, we can make calligraphy, we can use the iPad to do so much more now with the sort of visual arts as your sort of artistic identity. Maybe it's a wise approach, because I think that even just in terms of street photography and doing it for so long, where honestly I've been doing street, I'm 27 years old now. Wow, that's so loud. That like went right in my ear. But no, it's like I've been doing this thing for so long. As soon as I picked up a camera in high school when I was maybe 16, 17 years old, I was doing street photography. So it's been a long time, you know. And you get to a point after doing it for so long that you don't want to just stay stagnant and stay sequestered, or not sequestered, stay pigeonholed, right? That's the word, into one thing, right? You don't want to box yourself in. And I think that's why people have this like sort of problem with the term street photography. Myself, I like the term. I think that it's sort of like the root of the medium itself, where, you know, the most accessible form of photography is street photography in a way, where it's merely an ethos. It's just a way of doing things, and it's a way of seeing the world around you. And I believe the name of the game is in the mundane, right? To sort of uplift and champion humanity and the overlooked details and complexities of everyday life. So when it comes to street photography, while I like the term personally, I actually don't mind it. You know, I don't mind calling myself a street photographer. I think it's maybe best to just describe yourself as a visual artist when it comes to this sort of stuff, because over the years you're gonna want to branch out and to do more things. So yeah. Maybe on that note, I'll end the video here so I don't get hit by these cars. And check out the house that Thomas Jefferson penned the Declaration of Independence. So much rich history here in the city.